So there's new polling in the Democratic primary race for New York City mayor showing Brooklyn borough president and former police officer Eric Adams extending his lead. The poll, taken by WNBC, Telemundo 47, Politico, and Marist College, gives Adams a 7-point lead over former city sanitation commissioner Catherine Garcia. Sitting in third is former counsel to Mayor Bill de Blasio, Maya Wiley, who recently gained the endorsement of Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And former presidential candidate Andrew Yang, who was at the one time seen as a front runner, finds himself in fourth place. 13% of likely voters, however, still remain undecided. Early voting is already underway for the primary, with the election coming up next Tuesday.
And Willie, with New York's rules for counting votes and ballots, we should know who the next mayor of New York City is before we know who the next president of the United States is in 2024.
But it's going to be close. It's going to be close. Yeah, this ranked choice voting system, that poll that we just saw tells one story, but no one's going to get to 50%, so then they get into ranked choice voting, which I won't bore you with a full explanation here. We've talked about it over the last couple of weeks, but it gets more complicated, it's fair to say. Interesting, based on the conversation we were just having there, Eric Adams, it's worth noting, is a former police officer, served more than 20 years in the New York Police Department. Part of his message is acknowledging the crime rate, not defunding the police, not taking things away from police officers, but getting smarter about policing, putting more cops on the street. So he leads right now. Catherine Garcia has had a recent surge, the former sanitation commissioner, and Maya Wiley, who's picked up the endorsements of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Elizabeth Warren, among others, shoring up her progressive bona fides. But the question is, this is a very big city where AOC's endorsement may not be beneficial in all quarters.
So, Willie, let me ask you, and I'm sure he's here. Did I understand correctly that they're going to cast the ballots and then they're going to take the ballots to warehouses and hold them for a couple of weeks before they... Did I hear that correctly? What's happening here?
Yeah, there is some hand counting that's going to go on here in the year 2021. We're going to be in warehouses, kind of shuffling through paper ballots to see who gets cut off the bottom at the first round of ranked choice voting. So whoever comes in last, they're cut out, and then their second choice votes go up to whoever that second choice vote was. But yes, it's a very complicated system. Some people like the idea of ranked choice. We'll see how it goes here in New York City. This is the biggest place, obviously, in America that it's been used. But it's going to be a longer process, and I suspect a frustrating one for a lot of New Yorkers.
All right, up next, there are 10 senators working on a bipartisan infrastructure deal, but Senator Bernie Sanders said yesterday simply, I wouldn't vote for it. Assistant House Speaker Katherine Clark joins us here in Washington after the break.